All right, kiddos. Got a box in from Classic Industries. This should be some of the parts that we're looking for the heater core, as well as some of the interior stuff. So I'm going to do a little unboxing now, and let's see what we got in here. In order to complete that heater core refab that we're doing, we had to get some new seals, and folks over at Classic Industry definitely was able to set us up with these. So again, not sponsored by them, but I know that Dylan and Sally's Speed Shop channels are sponsored by them, so I'm going to continue to use them because they blessed us. So let's try to pass that forward, right? Yeah, so we got the instructions here, and hopefully the next time you see me, we'll be actually, laying this all out, setting it all up. So until next time. All right, kiddos. Using the Classic Industries kit, we're going to apply the foam. Now, here's the thing. This piece right here is not symmetrical. So if you put it in there wrong, let's see if I can put it in there wrong. Put it in wrong, you're gonna have gaps. These gaps here and here. Try to straighten it out, try to move it over, keeps getting gaps. If that's the case, simply flip over your foam and test your fit. Now what I like to do is I'm gonna line this up as best I can before any glue goes down anywhere. And I'm going to start with half. Alright, I'm going to spray the foam on this side, set it down, let that tack up a little bit. And all I'm going to do in order to get this to stick on there, I'm just going to simply flip it over, spray half of this material, let it get tacky, and then I'm going to put it in here and let it dry up. Once that side's dry, then I can just lift this side up, spray again, put it back down. Alright, enough talk. Once I have my fit, all I'm going to do is just roll it off here, just like that, so that I know all I got to do is just flip it back over. Your last chance to make sure you clean up the metal, because once you lay this thing down, you don't want to be taking it back off. Be sure and check your nozzle. You might have some leftover spray from the, or leftover adhesive from the previous time you did this, if it's not a new can. All we're going to do is just spray on a light coat. When you can touch it and it's a little tacky but not sticky, that's when you want to do this. All I'm going to do is just slip this over and flip it right in. Just work your sides, be patient. Once you're done with that side, you're just going to lift it up, fold it over, and you're going to spray this side. Poking in on the sides, making sure it's made contact all around. Alright, so next up is the rear metal plate. And for this one, we're going to be using the 1/2 inch foam and the 3/4 inch foam tape. If I grab my tape sizes, you can see 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch. Now, before I do this, I want to verify that I'm not working on this side of the wall here. Okay. Alright, once you get it started, peel back a little bit here, not too much. And you're going to line it up. And then go ahead and line the rest of it up. Keep a little gentle pressure on it and just pull this white tab. Stop. Align it as you need to. Pull the white tab. Stop. Align. Oop. Got a little off there. It's okay. It's okay. Pulling it in. And I'm going to stop my white tape right here at the edge. Now sometimes it is possible to just keep going around. So I'm going to try that first. Just pull a little back, tap it down, a little more back, tap it down, and get myself lined back up. Again, lather, rinse, repeat. Okay, again, line it, grab my tape. I'm lifting up on this back end, coming all the way to the end here, and all I'm going to do is just set it down. Nice and snug. Alright, next up is the 3/4 inch foam. And this piece of foam, essentially just covering up these holes. Okay, I'm going to try to film this while doing it. It won't mix up too much, I don't think. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this green tape, pinch down here, pull that back a little bit. Hopefully that'll help somebody. It took me a while to figure that one out. So what I'm doing here is this first piece is going to go up, cover this screw hole, and go over top of this. So I know I'm going to go past my line, past my brake line here. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Cover my hole. Hole's covered. And then start trying to twist a little bit here. There we go. Staying above this hole. Kinda. Maybe. Ow. Okay. And then I'm going to line that hole up. Hole's right here. And I'm going to twist it down. So, kind of line it up. Pull. Touch it down. Lift up. Make sure my hole's still there. Yep, still there. Still in the path. Alright. Hole is covered. And now we're going down. And what we're trying to get to is right here on this corner. So right here on this corner, we're going to go down to that corner. Move that out of my way. And there we have it. Bob's your uncle. Now, I'm just going to cut those little edge pieces off there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch right here where that white paper is. I'm just going to take my box cutter knife, the edge of my box cutter, and I'm going to slide it up against, so I can do it left-handed for y'all. Slide it up against my metal. and then make my cut. Not the prettiest I've ever seen, but good enough. Good enough. We'll leave it there. All right, and with the 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch foam somewhat installed, we'll move on to the next piece and hope that that works. One thing I forgot to mention is the instructions did say to go ahead and put these little styrofoam pieces that go on the firewall studs. So we got 2 of those. I've got another one because the next set of instructions for the blower motor plate, the only instruction for it is just to install this firewall mounting styrofoam donut. All right, next piece. All right, so next up is going to be the fresh air door and frame. This being the frame, we're going to take some 3/4 inch foam and just go this way, done. All right, that's got the heater box part of it. And we'll move on to the fresh air door. So, looks like we put foam on both of these sides here. This side, and then this side. Spray again. And lay. This is where I get glue all over my hands. Lovely. And it seems like everything else. So all I'm going to do is lay that down, and then I'll scrub the rest of this off. All I'm doing is putting the side of that blade right up against that metal piece, trying to keep it as flat as I can, and just cutting downward. Same thing when I go across the other way. Just gonna put my knife in, poke my finger, and just kind of go around that edge, holding the foam as tight as I can get it, so it has resistance to cut against. Something like that. All right. Instructions and call for 3/4 inch foam to go around the outside, the strip foam. And I'm just going to take my X-Acto, cut right along the metal. Okay. Hopefully that's correct. If not, then, well, we'll deal with it when that happens. Next piece is this vent door right here. I'm just going to spray it and lay it. We'll grab the next piece. And it does not go over the metal bar. So what we'll do is just spray one edge and then try to push it in. Okay. All right, let's peel back a little bit and spray. Okay, for our next piece, we are going to do some triangles and some rectangles. Literally how the instructions say to do it. All right, so what I've done is I've lined my door frame up. I have taken my triangle pieces out and lined them up to the side here. So all I have to do is just do a quick spray of some glue and then lift up and put in place. Line it with the back side and lay down. One of the last steps that we have to do before we put it all back together is to work with this 1/2 inch foam.
For this piece, I didn't really have instructions for it, so I just kind of had to wing it a little bit. I did try to go through and just found the right piece, the right size. Of course, just sprayed it with that tack up, and then you just place it on there. Of course, this one had a lot more grooves in it, so I spent a little extra time going through and making sure that that fit down in there. Eventually, I did grab the X-Acto knife and try to just kind of start pushing it down, holding it in, letting it set up. So I was a little upset by the instructions on this one, but can't complain overall. On this one, the screw hole was hidden under it, so you just had to take an X-Acto knife from behind. Then, of course, cut off all your excess, and then fit everything back up.
Alright, so spray it down.
For the heater core foam, I did spray the sides, stuck those down, but you can see here in the middle it was just a little too long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to spray one side, and then I'm going to stick that side down, and then I want to come back and measure how far over this next piece will overlap, and then I'm just going to cut off the extra overlap. Overall, I'm pretty impressed with this kit. I would recommend anybody who's looking for one to purchase it. With the exception of the one piece that was missing in the instructions, everything was pretty straightforward. If you want to check out more products on their website, I put a link in the description below. If you have any additional pointers, please let me know in the comments, and as always, thank you for watching.